ahead and close the eyes if you like. You could just rest the eyes with a soft gaze down in front of you at the table or at the floor, but softening the eyes. And just take a moment to fully arrive in this moment. Let your awareness suffuse your whole body as you sit here. Turn your attention to the inflow and the outflow of the breath. So you might be familiar with John Kabat-Zinn's definition of mindfulness. He says that mindfulness is awareness cultivated by paying attention in a sustained and particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. So in our practice today, we're going to focus on this last word, non-judgment, non-judgmentally. And when we practice our sitting meditation, we often practice this. We practice just letting the breath be the way it is, letting the in-breath come in, letting the out-breath go out, not trying to change or fix anything. So practicing that just for a moment or two, really resting your awareness on the breath and allowing the breath to be the way it is. Noticing if there's any habit of wanting the breath to be a particular way, and see if you can just let that habit go and really just let the breath be the way it is as it adapts to the present conditions. And then we can do the same thing with sounds. Let's turn our attention to sounds, bringing sounds into the foreground of our awareness. And those sounds might be in your room, outside the room. They might be coming from my microphone, my voice, or sounds in my room. And just letting those sounds be the way they are and allowing them to come and go as they will. We probably only have a minimum of control over the sounds that come to us. So what happens if we just let go of any wish to control? And now we'll do a little guided reflection. So, recalling the moment, if you can, when you woke up this morning, recalling that moment and seeing if you could remember if you had any judgment come up, judgment about how well you slept, or the dream you had, or any sounds that woke you up, or what your day was going to be like. See if you can go back to that moment when you woke up and any judgments that may have just come right up into the mind. And then you get out of bed and probably make your way to the bathroom for your morning routine and see if you can remember any judgments that may have come up. Perhaps as you looked in the mirror, or as you brushed your teeth. And maybe now, just thinking about brushing your teeth, some kind of judgment might come up in the mind, some feeling that you have about your teeth or about the act of brushing your teeth or whatever. It could be anything. And then you're done in the bathroom, and maybe you make your way to the kitchen to make yourself breakfast. And maybe you have some judgment about the coffee you're drinking or the food you're eating. Maybe the coffee or the tea is not hot enough, or maybe it's too hot, or maybe it didn't taste as good as it did yesterday, or maybe the food you're eating isn't the way you want, or maybe you're judging it in a very positive way. Just noticing, if you can, remembering any judgments that might have come up or tend to come up. And so we can see how our minds are often preoccupied, taken over by judgments that we make moment by moment. And a lot of these judgments are habitual. We have a habit of judging. And see if that's true when you reflect on your day so far. And maybe focus in on one thing that you either judged harshly or you tend to. Maybe you didn't today, but maybe you have a habit of judging that thing harshly, and maybe it's yourself, the way you look, the way your body feels, or maybe it's someone you live with. Maybe you tend to judge that person harshly. Maybe you don't even really notice it. It's just a habit. But now we're really investigating, looking a little deeper into our habit of judging. Maybe if you took a walk today, maybe you saw someone on the street that you judged harshly. Why do they do this? Or why do they do that? Or why do they do this way and not that way? Why do they take up the whole sidewalk? Good. And then just seeing, how does that feel in the body when we judge? Even right now, as you think of it, as you remember, something might be changing in your body. Just pausing for a moment to see if you can sense into that. How does it feel in the body? Maybe there's a tightening in the jaw or the chest, the shoulders. Maybe not. Just checking in for yourself. And what about in the mind? How does your mind feel when you judge harshly? I don't like this. This shouldn't be this way. Maybe there's a sense of a closing down, a contraction, a constriction in the mind. Maybe not. See for yourself. I know that that's what I sometimes feel, what I notice. So just staying with that for another moment, the feeling of judging. And then what if you could let that go? What if you could just drop it away like baggage, like you have heavy suitcases full of rocks of judgment. And what if you just could put them on the floor, just let them go? Maybe you see yourself with fresh eyes. Maybe you send yourself a message of kindness. I'm not perfect, but I'm who I am. I can love and accept myself the way I am. Or, oh, maybe my spouse isn't perfect. Maybe he doesn't do everything the way I like, or maybe she doesn't do everything the way I like. But what wonderful qualities they have. How wonderful it is to live with this person, to be with this person. And maybe you see that stranger on the street and you just let go of any judgment and just see them for who they are, a human being, full of good qualities, not perfect, trying their best. And now tune into your body and see how you feel. Maybe checking in with those same areas you checked in with before. Checking in with the jaw, the shoulders, the chest, the heart center. And what about the mind? How does the mind feel when you can see things from a kinder perspective, a more open perspective? Just as you allowed the breath to be the way it is, what if you allowed yourself to be the way you are, or the people around you? And what if you could sip that coffee as if for the first time, not comparing it to anything in the past, just being fully present for what's in front of you right now? And as you look ahead to your day after this call, what if you could move into your day from this perspective of non judgment, of openness? Spending another moment or two just resting, resting in the space of non judgment, of kindness and openness, resting in the space of an open heart and open mind. And we'll close with a verse from Thich Nhat Hanh that I have found to be very helpful. And in the verse that he's given us, it begins with, waking up this morning, I smile. But we can change that if we like, to be waking up in this very moment, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment and to look at all beings with the eyes of compassion. So anytime we find ourselves judging, shutting down, contracting, we can remind ourselves of this verse. Waking up in this moment, I smile. 24 brand new hours before me. I vow, I intend, I commit to living fully in each moment and to look at all beings with the eyes of compassion, kindness, love. I'll close with the sound of the bell.